Welcome to part 5 of our video series detailing how to construct the Ender 3 Pro 3D printer. Attach a round white cable, the extruder feeder tube, into the brass attachment we fixed into the motor earlier. Then attach a small blue clip to hold it in place as shown. Now plug the yellow cables into each other. Now plug the Z-axis cable into the motor with the helical pole attached. Now plug the small white cable next to the motor switch. It's also labelled Z, and plug it into the switch. This cable is right next to where it should be plugged in. Plug the Y-axis cable into the motor for the extruder. Plug the X-axis cable into the motor that rotates the belt along the subassembly. And the second smaller plug, also labelled X, into the socket hidden behind the plastic as shown. Plug the multicolour cable into the control panel. It must go into the third port furthest, labelled EXP3, which happens to be the hardest to reach in our case. Plug the horizontal struts with provided end caps. Cable tie the loose wires together, ensuring that there is enough slack for all moving pieces to still move to their full range. Then chop off the excess cable tie with the pliers. Once you've secured all of the cables with the cable ties, make sure that the bed and other moving parts can move freely without being obstructed by the cables. Place the mat by locating the top left corner first, otherwise the mat will catch when it moves in between the frame, ruining your print. Measure out approximately 45 cm of filament. Make sure it's no longer than 50 cm at absolute most. It's better to have too little than too much. Push the filament through by repeatedly pushing the lever whilst guiding the filament down the tube. The filament might get a bit stuck, so just push it a bit harder. You might have to fiddle a bit to get it in properly. It's very important that you calibrate the bed. This can be done using simple post-it notes, which are given to you together with the 3D printer. In the video, you can see how much resistance the paper should have to ensure that the gap is the thickness of the post-it notes. Each corner should have a gap as small as the two examples shown here. Do this first with the bottom left corner, then rotate it around the bed corner by corner and repeat the process until you have ensured each corner is properly calibrated. This could be around 3 or more full rotations, as by adjusting one corner, it can slightly throw off the others. Finally, rip off the plastic wrapper and plug in your printers to the mains. Enjoy your new 3D printer on behalf of UCL to ensure you don't think everything still sucks this year. You have finally finished constructing the Ender 3 Pro 3D printer. Now go print something really stupid as a test.